Imagine this: you spend hours creating the perfect video. You edit it, add music, perfect the timing, you post it, and it starts getting views. Hundreds, then thousands, then nothing special happens. A week later, you're scrolling through TikTok and you see your video, the exact same video you created, but it's not on your page. Someone else posted it, and it has 3.2 million views. You got a few thousand views and made $0. They got millions of views and made $12,000. From your content, without asking, without crediting you, without sharing a single penny. What do? For most people, the answer is nothing. You vent to friends, maybe leave an angry comment, and watch helplessly as someone else profits from your work. But one creator didn't just complain, they fought back. They took the video thief to court, and what happened in that courtroom would change how we think about content theft on social media forever. I was going on TikTok and I saw my video had millions of views and she posted it, didn't even give me any credit. How many views did you get on this video? 3.2 million. How many did you get? 10,000. How much did you make from that? That's kind of personal. No, this is a court of law, there's nothing personal in here. If I ask you a question, you will answer it. So how much money did you make? Like $12,000. How much did you make? 0. That exchange, that moment when a content thief had to admit in court exactly how much they profited from stolen work, is just the beginning of this story. Because what started as a simple case of video theft spiraled into something much darker: harassment, threats, intimidation, and a legal battle that exposed the toxic underbelly of content creation in the age of TikTok. Over the next 40 minutes, we're going to break down this entire case from start to finish. We'll examine how content theft actually works on TikTok, why it's so profitable, and why most creators never see justice. We'll watch the courtroom confrontation that went viral itself, and we'll discuss the bigger implications for every single person who creates content online. But here's what makes this case truly unique. The defendant didn't just steal content. When confronted, they sent threatening messages. Scary, intimidating messages designed to silence the original creator. He was super scary. He sent me some threatening stuff. That decision to threaten rather than apologize would be their biggest mistake, because threatening messages turn a civil dispute into something much more serious, something that judges take very, very seriously. Before we dive in, if you're a content creator who's ever had your work stolen, hit that like button. If you want to see more cases about social media justice, subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you've ever wondered what actually happens when you take a content thief to court, stick around, because what you're about to see is both satisfying and deeply revealing about the world we live in. Now let's start at the beginning. Let's talk about the video that started it all. Let's call our original creator Maya. Maya was like millions of other TikTok users, someone who loved creating content, who understood trends, who knew how to edit videos that resonated with audiences. In early 2023, Maya created a video. The exact content doesn't matter as much as what happened next, but for context, it was a well-edited, creative piece that took her several hours to make. The concept was original, the execution was polished. She posted it to her TikTok account, where she had a modest following, maybe 15,000 followers, enough to get consistent views but not enough to guarantee virality. The video got some traction, a few thousand views, some likes and comments, respectable numbers but nothing life-changing. After a few days, it stopped gaining momentum and settled into Maya's archive of content. Maya moved on to her next video. That's how TikTok works. You're only as good as your last post. The algorithm doesn't care about yesterday's content. But then, about a week later, Maya was scrolling through her For You page, and she saw something that made her stop cold. Her video, the exact video she'd created, same concept, same editing, same everything. But it wasn't on her page, it was posted by someone else. Let's call her Jessica. And this version, Jessica's stolen version, had 3.2 million views. 3.2 million. Maya's heart sank. She clicked on the video and scrolled through the comments. Thousands of them, people praising Jessica for her creativity, her editing skills, her originality. Not a single mention of Maya, not a single credit, just Jessica basking in praise for work she didn't do. You don't steal from big accounts because they have resources to fight back and audiences who will notice. You steal from creators with 10K, 50K followers. They make quality content, but they don't have the reach to defend themselves effectively. Step 2. Download their video. There are dozens of apps and websites that let you download TikTok videos without the watermark. It takes 30 seconds. Step 3. Repost it on your account. Either post it as is or make tiny changes, flip it horizontally, adjust the colors slightly, trim a second off the beginning, just enough that automated detection might not catch it. If you already have followers, the algorithm will push your version harder than the original. You get more initial engagement, which snowballs into more views. With millions of views, you can make money through TikTok's creator fund, brand deals, promoting products, or driving traffic to monetized platforms. Maya was watching this scheme unfold in real time. Jessica had stolen Maya's hours of work and turned it into thousands of dollars of profit. So Maya did what most creators do first. She tried to handle it directly. She commented on Jessica's video, "This is my content. You stole this from my page without permission or credit." The comment got some attention. A few people responded sympathetically, but Jessica didn't respond. She didn't take the video down, she just ignored it. Maya tried messaging Jessica directly, no response. She reported the video to TikTok for copyright violation. TikTok's response was the automated message creators dread: "We've reviewed your report and determined that the content doesn't violate our community guidelines." Translation: we're not doing anything about it. This is where most stolen content stories end. The original creator is frustrated, helpless, and watches someone else profit from their work. The algorithm has already decided the stolen version is more valuable than the original. There's no mechanism for justice. But Maya wasn't willing to let it go, because she discovered something else. Jessica had done this to dozens of other creators, and Maya decided that if TikTok wouldn't stop Jessica, maybe the legal system would. She started documenting everything: screenshots of both videos, evidence of the upload dates, calculations of the views and estimated earnings. And then she did something most creators never do: she hired a lawyer. When Maya first contacted a lawyer, she expected to hear that there was nothing she could do. After all, it's just TikTok, right? It's social media. Who sues over that? But the lawyer saw something different. This wasn't just about hurt feelings or internet drama. This was intellectual property theft, potential trademark violation, and quantifiable financial damages. The lawyer explained, "Every piece of content you create is automatically copyrighted to you the moment you create it. You don't need to register it. You don't need a copyright symbol. It's yours. And when someone steals it and profits from it, that's a violation of federal law." But proving it in court required building an airtight case. Here's what they needed to gather. Evidence item 1, proof of original creation. Maya needed to prove she created the video first. Fortunately, TikTok videos have timestamps. Maya's version was posted on March 15th at 3:47 p.m. Jessica's stolen version was posted on March 22nd at 1:12 p.m. 7 days later, clear timeline. But they went further. Maya provided her original editing project file from CapCut, showing the creation date and all the editing layers. This proved she didn't just post it first, she actually created it. Evidence item 2, proof of copying. The videos were identical, not similar, not inspired by, identical. Frame-by-frame analysis showed they were the exact same file. Jessica had simply downloaded Maya's video and reuploaded it. She hadn't even bothered to make changes. Evidence item 3, financial damages. This is where things got interesting. Maya's lawyer hired a social media analyst who calculated estimated earnings based on TikTok creator fund payouts, typically 2 cents 0.04 per 1,000 views. Potential brand deal value, accounts with millions of views can charge $500 $5,000 per sponsored post. Follower growth value, each new follower has monetary value for future content. The conservative estimate, Jessica had made at least $12,000 directly from the stolen video and gained approximately 50,000 new followers, worth an estimated $25,000 in future earning potential. Total damages $37,000. Maya's lawyer didn't just focus on one video, they found 15 other examples of Jessica stealing content from small creators. This established a pattern. This wasn't an accident or a one-time mistake. This was Jessica's business model. Evidence item 5, refusal to cooperate. Maya could prove she'd tried to resolve this amicably. She had screenshots of her comment, her direct message, her TikTok report. Jessica had ignored all of them. That mattered. Courts prefer when people try to resolve disputes before filing lawsuits. Maya had tried, Jessica had refused. With all this evidence compiled, Maya's lawyer filed a lawsuit in civil court for copyright infringement, violation of Digital Millennium Copyright Act (DMCA), unjust enrichment, damages totaling $37,000 plus legal fee. Jessica was served with the lawsuit at her home address. According to court records, she was shocked. She'd apparently never considered that stealing TikTok videos could have real legal consequences. And that's when Jessica made her second major mistake. Instead of hearing a lawyer, apologizing, or trying to settle, Jessica decided to intimidate Maya into dropping the lawsuit. She started sending messages, direct messages on multiple platforms, messages to Maya's followers, even messages to Maya's family members whose profiles she'd found. The messages started as attempts at negotiation. "Why are you doing this? It's just a video, let's work this out." But when Maya didn't respond, the messages became more aggressive. "You're making a huge mistake. Do you know who I am? I have 500K followers. I can destroy your reputation." And then they crossed into threats. "Drop the lawsuit or you'll regret it. I know people. I can make your life very difficult." Maya's lawyer smiled when she showed him these messages, because Jessica had just upgraded this from a civil case to potential criminal harassment. Every single message was screenshotted, saved, and added to the evidence file. And then came the court date. The courtroom wasn't the grand, dramatic setting you see on TV. It was a small civil courtroom in county court, the kind where disputes over property damage and contract violations are usually heard. But what made this case unusual was the subject matter. The judge, a woman in her late 50s, admitted at the start that she wasn't particularly familiar with TikTok, but she understood theft, and she understood harassment. Maya sat at the plaintiff's table with her lawyer. Jessica sat at the defendant's table, having finally hired an attorney after realizing how serious this was. The proceeding began with opening statements. Maya's lawyer laid out the case methodically. "Your Honor, this is a straightforward case of intellectual property theft. The defendant deliberately downloaded my client's original content, reposted it without permission or credit, and profited significantly while my client received nothing. We have clear evidence of original creation, timeline of theft, and quantifiable damages. We're seeking full restitution plus legal fees." Jessica's attorney tried a different approach. "Your Honor, social media is a space where content is shared freely. My client saw a video she thought was interesting and shared it with her audience, which is common practice on these platforms. There was no malicious intent, and we dispute the claimed damages. Additionally, my client has been subjected to online harassment from the plaintiff's followers, which has caused her significant distress." The judge listened carefully, then asked the first question that would set the tone for everything. "Counselor, did your client ask permission before reposting the video?" Jessica's lawyer paused. "No, Your Honor, but..." "Did she credit the original creator?" "No, but that's not always." "Did she profit from the reposted content?" Another pause. "That's not entirely clear, Your Honor." "Then let's make it clear. Call your first witness." What followed was devastating. Maya testified first, walking through how she created the video, how she discovered the theft, and how she tried to resolve it peacefully. She was calm, factual, and presented all her evidence clearly. Then came Jessica's turn. The cross-examination was brutal. Maya's lawyer pulled up both videos side by side on a screen. "Ms. Jessica, do these videos appear identical to you?" "They're similar, but..." I didn't ask if they're similar, I asked if they're identical. Same music, same editing, same everything. Are they identical? Yes. Did you create this video? I posted it, but... That's not what I asked. Did you create it? Did you film it? Did you edit it? No. Did you ask Ms. Maya for permission to post it? No. Did you credit her anywhere in the post? No. Then came the moment that would go viral itself. How many views did your version of the video receive? 3.2 million. And how many views did Ms. Maya's original version receive? I don't know exactly. Approximately 10,000 according to her analytics. So your stolen version got 320 times more views than the original, correct? I guess so. Now let's talk about money. How much did you earn from that video? Jessica hesitated. That's kind of personal. The judge interrupted. No, this is a court of law. There's nothing personal in here. If counsel asks you a question, you will answer it. So how much money did you make? Jessica's face flushed. Like $12,000. $12,000 from a video you didn't create. And how much did Ms. Maya make from her original version? I don't know. Zero. She made $0. You made 12,000. She made 0. Does that seem fair to you? I didn't mean for. Does it seem fair, yes or no? No. But Maya's lawyer wasn't done. They pulled up the threatening messages. Ms. Jessica, did you send these messages to my client? Jessica's attorney tried to object, but the judge allowed it. Yes, but I was upset. You were upset? You stole her content, made thousands of dollars, and when she took legal action, you threatened her. Is that correct? I didn't threaten her, I just... You wrote, and I quote, drop the lawsuit or you'll regret it. I can make your life very difficult. That's not a threat. Silence. Your Honor, Maya's lawyer continued, we'd like to add harassment to the claims and we're requesting that these messages be forwarded to the district attorney for potential criminal charges. The judge made notes, noted continue. The rest of the proceeding was essentially formality. Jessica's attorney tried to minimize the damages, arguing that TikTok earnings are unpredictable and that Jessica's following was built over time, not just from one video. But the evidence was overwhelming. Jessica had stolen content, profited from it, and then tried to intimidate the victim when caught. After hearing all testimony and reviewing all evidence, the judge took a brief recess to consider her ruling. When she returned, her decision was clear. The judge's ruling was thorough and unambiguous. I want to be very clear about something, she began. The internet is not the Wild West. Just because content is posted online doesn't mean it's free for anyone to take. Copyright law applies online just as it does in print, television, or any other medium. She looked directly at Jessica. Ms. Jessica, you engaged in deliberate, knowing theft of intellectual property. You didn't accidentally share something you thought was public domain. You found content created by someone with a smaller audience, copied it exactly, and profited significantly while the original creator received nothing. Your argument that this is common practice on social media is not a legal defense. Theft is theft, regardless of how common it might be. Furthermore, your response to being caught, intimidating and threatening the victim demonstrates a fundamental disregard for both the law and basic ethical behavior. The judge's ruling. Copyright infringement. Jessica must pay Maya $12,000, the exact amount she earned from the stolen video. Unjust enrichment. Additional $15,000 for the followers gained and future earning potential damaged. Punitive damages. Additional $10,000 specifically because of the threatening messages and attempt to intimidate. Legal fees. $8,000 to cover Maya's attorney costs and court fees. Total $45,000. But the judge went further. Ms. Jessica, I'm also ordering you to post a public apology on your TikTok account, pinned to your profile for no less than 90 days, crediting Ms. Maya as the original creator and acknowledging your theft. This apology must remain visible and cannot be deleted or hidden. Additionally, I'm forwarding your threatening messages to the district attorney's office for review of potential criminal harassment charges. Finally, I'm issuing a restraining order. You are not to contact Ms. Maya directly or indirectly through social media or any other means for a period of 3 years. Violation of this order will result in immediate arrest." Jessica sat motionless, the reality of the situation finally sinking in. But the story doesn't end there, because what happened after the verdict reveals just how much power social media actually has in these situations. Court proceedings are public record, and in the age of social media, public records can become viral content. Maya posted about the verdict on her TikTok. She shared the basic facts of the case, the judge's ruling, a message to other creators about protecting their work. That video got 800,000 views in 24 hours. Then other creators who'd been victims of Jessica's theft started coming forward. They found Maya's video and shared their own experiences. Some had been too intimidated to fight back. Others hadn't known they could take legal action. Within a week, the story was covered by multiple tech news sites. The Verge, TikTok creator wins $45,000 in landmark content theft case. TechCrunch, why this court case should scare content thieves everywhere. Insider, she stole a video and made $12,000. Now she owes $45,000. The coverage wasn't just about Maya's case. It opened up a broader conversation about content theft on social media platforms and why it's so rarely prosecuted. Jessica, as ordered, posted her apology, but the comment section became a spectacle of its own. Thousands of comments flooded in. "You're only sorry because you got caught. How many other creators did you steal from? Maybe create your own content next time. $45,000 for a TikTok video, hope it was worth it." Jessica's follower count started dropping. Brands that had previously worked with her distanced themselves. Her monetization was affected as advertisers didn't want to be associated with someone convicted of theft. The punishment extended far beyond the $45,000. Jessica's reputation, her entire online brand, was destroyed. But perhaps most importantly, the case created a precedent. Other creators started taking legal action against content thieves. Maya's case was cited in at least 6 other lawsuits within the following months. Lawyers specializing in intellectual property began marketing specifically to content creators. TikTok itself even updated its policies, making it slightly easier to report and remove stolen content, though many argue it's still not enough. And Jessica, according to her social media presence or lack thereof, she essentially disappeared from the internet. Her TikTok account still exists but hasn't posted new content since the court ruling. Her Instagram went private. Her Twitter was deleted. The cost of stealing that one video, $45,000 in payments, thousands more in legal fees for her own defense, complete destruction of her online presence, and a permanent public record of being sued for intellectual property theft. All of this because she downloaded someone else's video and clicked post. Maya's case is extraordinary because she actually fought back and won, but it highlights a problem that affects millions of creators every single day. The scale of content theft. Studies estimate that billions of pieces of content are stolen and reposted on social media every year. The vast majority go completely unaddressed. Why? Several reasons. TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and other platforms have copyright reporting systems, but they're slow to respond, often ineffective. Biased toward accounts with larger followings, easily gamed by people who know how to work the system. Many creators report content theft and receive automated responses saying no violation found, even when the theft is obvious. Most creators can't afford lawyers. Filing a lawsuit costs thousands of dollars upfront with no guarantee of winning or recovering costs. Maya was fortunate enough to find a lawyer willing to work on contingency, but that's rare. Here's the uncomfortable truth: stolen content often performs better than originals. Why? Because thieves typically target creators with smaller audiences. When someone with 500K followers steals from someone with 15K followers, the algorithm pushes the version from the larger account harder. The original creator made something good enough to steal, but they don't have the audience to make it go viral. The thief does. Social media platforms have cultivated a culture where sharing content is normal and expected. Retweets, shares, duets, stitches, these are built-in features. This makes it psychologically easier for people to justify theft. "I'm just sharing something cool" becomes the excuse even when they're directly profiting from someone else's work. Many creators don't realize that their content is automatically copyrighted. They think you need to register copyright or include a copyright symbol. You don't. The moment you create something original and fix it in a tangible medium like posting a video, it's copyrighted to you. Anyone who uses it without permission is breaking the law. So what can be done? Maya's case offers a blueprint, but it's not realistic for every creator. Here are more practical steps. For creators, watermark everything. Not foolproof, but it makes theft more obvious and gives you clear proof of ownership. Document your creation process. Save your project files, screenshot your uploads with timestamps, build evidence as you go. Use platform tools aggressively. Report stolen content immediately and persistently. Appeal if necessary, make noise. Build community. Other creators are your best defense. They'll spot stolen content and help you fight back. Consider legal action. If the damages are significant and you have clear evidence, consult with a lawyer. Many offer free initial consultations. For platforms, better copyright detection. Invest in technology that can identify stolen content, even when it's been slightly modified. Faster response times. Copyright claims should be reviewed within 24-48 hours, not weeks. Protect small creators. The current system favors accounts with larger followings. That needs to change. Real penalties. Accounts that repeatedly steal content should face permanent bans, not just video removals. Monetization safeguards. If content is flagged as potentially stolen, freeze monetization until the dispute is resolved. For society, we need to change how we think about digital content. Just because something is online doesn't mean it's free to use. We need to respect creators the same way we respect authors, musicians, and filmmakers. When you see stolen content, call it out, comment, report it, support the original creator. And if you're someone who's ever shared content without credit, even innocently, maybe it's time to reconsider that behavior. Maya's case was about more than $45,000. It was about respect. It was about justice, and it was about sending a message that content theft has consequences. Jessica thought she could build a following and income by stealing other people's work. She was wrong. The judge in the case said something in her closing remarks that deserves to be remembered. The internet has democratized content creation. Anyone with a phone can be a filmmaker, photographer, writer, or artist. But that democratization comes with responsibility. We must respect the work of others, especially when they're just starting out and building their craft. For every creator watching this, your work matters, your creativity has value, and you have legal rights protecting that work. Yes, content theft is rampant. Yes, the systems are broken. Yes, fighting back is hard. But it's possible. Maya proved it. If your content is stolen, document everything. Try to resolve it directly. Use platform reporting tools. If necessary, consult a lawyer. Don't let intimidation work. The person who steals your content is counting on you being too small, too afraid, or too poor to fight back. Prove them wrong. If you're a content creator who's ever had your work stolen, drop a comment telling your story. Let's build awareness about how common this actually is. If this video taught you something about copyright law or digital rights, hit that like button. If you want to see more stories about social media justice and legal accountability, subscribe and turn on notifications. And if you want to support creators directly, follow them, engage with their content, and always give credit where credit is due. Share this video with any creators you know, because the more people understand their rights, the harder it becomes for content thieves to operate. Thanks for watching. Protect your work, respect others' work, and remember, the internet isn't the Wild West anymore. Justice is possible, you just have to fight for it.